What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. I'm Dave, and this guy right there, who's Avil Dave. Avil Dave. You know what? I got this little guy, and I thought, you know what? Any show is better with a co-host, so I'm just going with it. And there you go. He gets his he is right there with it. So we're going to be doing Q&A tonight. If you guys have a question or what, I don't have a lot like last week. You can see I'm in the forest, the deep forest. Look at that. You wouldn't even know. This is actually what's in my background here is Thousand Trails, Sun River, Oregon, and just over that way, Dave, watch out. Over that way is a fire. And one of the things you have to be used to, and you can kind of see it, it's kind of a smoky haze in the background there. That is not an optical illusion. That is smoke. So yeah, it is one of the things that you kind of get used to being in the Northwest, and I didn't until this year have a way to watch that and kind of keep track of it. When you're staying in the forest, you don't really know where these fires are popping up until literally you get alerts on your phone or something. And I found an app that may help with that, and I was introduced to it this week, and I'll share that with you guys. I have not traveled with it, but I can tell you it has been pretty darn accurate, even for the little fires that pop up around you, and so you can kind of find out. Yeah, Don says fire again. Yeah, it's not fire again. That is just the way that Central Oregon is in the summer, and they are all around. We'll pull that up on the app here in a little bit. I'll show you what I'm using, and we'll see how it works on the road. I'm just a few weeks away from hitting the road and getting out of Oregon, heading for eventually Florida. So looking forward to making that trip happen. Not looking forward to leaving everybody here on this coast. I will say, not looking forward to leaving family. Once I leave here, it's going to be a couple years before I'm back again. So it takes a little while to hit up the East Coast and go over to the East Coast. So, all right, let's say real quick, give first word of the night right there to Don. Hi, everybody from Hammond, Louisiana. I was talking to you in the comments section there. Last time I was in Louisiana, I picked up about 10 pounds. I love Cajun food, guys. I am telling you, I do love Cajun food. And Don, if you want any tips on where to go, you probably already know, because it sounds like, reading in the comments, Don is back in his old hometown. So congrats on that, and hopefully you're making a video and I get to see that, because I can think of a whole bunch of things to film around where I grew up, at least for the first 10 years of my life, and that may be something I need to do. All right, sorry, Dave. No, see if we can go on, see if we can get down here real quick. We'll say hi to Bill. Xbox. Wait a minute. Where did he go? Where did he go? Where he disappeared. I saw X fired up Crackerbox Palace right there. Sassy Pants for you. That is Miss Jen. You doing? I've got to visit with her and Miss Bonnie here last couple of weeks, and she is enjoying a rewire and revamp of her fifth wheel, and hopefully she gets a chance to use that again. That was a lot of fun doing that project. I didn't film a lot of it, but there's Miss Bonnie right there. She's hanging out here. Glad to have you here. She's been doing the rodeo thing, and now is was doing some of the fire thing. I tell you what, everything over on the east side of the state is on fire. So, yeah, it is. I don't know, Bonnie. If you can mention what you were doing today. I think she was hauling a low boy with a bulldozer or something for fire crews over there. It's a different world over there on that side of the state. These ranchers, they come together and just try to help each other out. I even went over there and stayed at Miss Bonnie's place for a few days, and it was about keeping track of the fires going on over there, and a lot of ranchers moving livestock and horses and so forth, getting those out of the way of the fires. So finally, my time there in Nutrioso, Arizona. Oh, rainy 108. You back home in Chandler. All right. You were saying that Nutrioso is just a old schoolhouse, and that would be my kind of place. I'm gonna have to look that up and see where that's at. So, bup. All right. Yeah, fire again. Don says. Yeah, rain is a big issue all week there. Not here. We just have enough cloud cover to give thunder and lightning is really bad. Um, it ends up starting fires that hopefully they get out rather quickly. I have watched several all around me, including one right out there. Oh, sorry, Dave, right over that way. And you know, trying to know it is not that far away, but thankfully safely far away. I'll show you that. Heck of the Hills is here. That is Miss Sarah right there, enjoying Colorado, from what I understand. So glad to see you here. Guys, I have been working on projects the last couple weeks, none of which have been barn burners of projects. They about the biggest project that I've had so far is replacing the condenser unit on my truck and finally getting my AC back again. So I just and I literally just took a drive and got to enjoy my AC again. I took a rock in the condenser, took out the condenser, and I finally got all the parts in, so I went ahead and replaced that and got my AC back up. And thanks to some friends' help, because I had to borrow some tools and equipment for vacuuming out the system and refilling the system, so that worked well. And I will say it was nice finally having AC again, because it was not good. So yeah, moving transport right there. Semi on fire at Ukiah, Oregon. Yeah, and putting in some long hours making that happen. Good on you. I know you've been pretty much going ever since I last saw you. So hopefully you don't you stay safe and stay out of the bad side of those fires. So Dave, when is the draft for fantasy football? That's a good question. I forget the time. Anybody Google that? I'm just going to Google it. When is fantasy football? Now, every league sets their own actual date, and you can do it before the preseason games or after the preseason games. Most fantasy football drafts happen at the end of August or over Labor Day weekend. This gives you about a month before the big day. Okay. So, yeah, we're probably about a month away from making that happen. So, and Dawn, I look forward to having you back on it. I will look forward to having our previous champions on, and we always we pick up new people every year, and including Gary, who was new for last year and ended up taking the whole season and bragging rights. And boy, he uses those bragging rights too. So yeah, it looks like August is probably going to be our month. I will be by then on the road, but fantasy football is not that hard to set up, and so look forward to starting that up again and having that going pretty soon. So, Dave, do you need some? There. No, it probably doesn't. Oh my gosh. If you have never seen Minions, this is the Avil Dave. I don't know the exact background on Avil Dave, but I thought, we can have him. I don't know if it's a copyright infringement to have Avil Dave on the show or not, but we'll go with it. Dave agrees. Dave agrees. And no, I have not traded in my cowboy hat. I just decided, you know what? We have Dave. We have Avil Dave. Oh, let me show you. Let's get over here. See if I can. Nah, it comes in a Happy Meal. He has his own movie. He has his own movie. I don't even know which movie it is. It's been a long time removed since I've been to kids' movies, so I don't remember. I know it was Despicable Me, but I don't know. I don't know where Avil Dave came in, but he's cool, isn't he? Dave is cool, so we'll go with that. Let me see if I can bring up that app. He's more famous than the Dave we know. Yes, he is. He absolutely is. So here we go. Let's see if I can share that real quick. Watch Duty. And I'll actually hold up my phone and see if I can't show you a little bit, but it's a free app, and it tracks the fires and gives you information on the fires. I'll pull up the fires that are around me at the moment. I don't know how accurate it is for the GPS, but it is. And the reason I say that is it asked me for my location. So I'll give you more of an update on this when I start traveling, because I don't know how this actually works out for traveling, but we'll see. We'll see. I can tell you that I actually get it, and it gives me updates on fires that start as little as half-acre fires. There's been a couple of them that started due to lightning, and that has been very helpful. So, all right. Let's see if I can't show you that real quick. Yeah, Miss Bonnie there. She's got. I wonder if I can pull that up on the screen. Maybe I can. Travel to the Durkee Fire, the Cow Valley Fire, Falls Fire, Snake Fire, Ukiah Fire today. That's just in one day, guys. It's been a depressing day. Ready for happy hour. Well, hopefully you're close to home. Oh no, you said you just got home. That is a relief because traveling around here gets to be a little difficult when they're closing down all the highways. So let's see if I can go back here. And I don't know how this use on web browser. Let's try that and see what comes up around me here. Might take a second, guys. I don't have the fastest signal out here. It might take more than a second. Come on. Work with me here. We'll see if that comes up. My signal was extremely slow on the AT&T for the download, which it's using right now. The upload seemed to be okay. I figured I could get away with a live. There we go. Now we're starting to get it. All right. We will allow it to use my location. See how it always shows me down in California. Don't ask me why that is. Not now. There we go. There is Oregon. And if you're not familiar with where I'm at, just about dead center of Oregon, if you threw a dart at Oregon, it is, you'd almost hit Bend. And I'm a little south of there right now in Sun River, Oregon. Yeah. Let's see. These are the fires going on around. There's the Jack Pine fire that Miss Bonnie was talking about earlier. And Lamola Lake, I see there's 299 acres. That is an old lake that I grew up going to with my parents years ago. Sounds like there's a fire there. Crescent, Round Mountain. And here is, come on now. Let's see if we can see what is around us right now. Right now, I'm just about in Sun River, Oregon. Not a lot going on. The Jack Pine fire is the one that I was talking about. It is 180 acres just south of me here. And there you go. And I have my son that lives over in this area. And it gives a last updated. It tells how much contained, how many acres are active in that one. It sounds like they're getting this one under control. So it has been at 180 acres for the last 3 days. So they seem to be keeping it contained. And let's scroll out, though, see if we can see out the eastern Oregon side here. And yeah, lots of fires going on. The biggest one is that I know of is the Falls Fire. That one is 120,000 acres, and that's the one that's affecting Miss Bonnie there the most. That is the closest to her ranch. And you can see there's a lot of hills and country around there. A lot of ranchers around in this area. So we're wishing them all the best. It looks like they're at 120,000 acres and containment is 15%. You can see the red outline on the fire is where the fire has actually burned. The lighter red is the evacuation zone around it. Yellow being a level 2, and then I believe the green is level 3 evacuation. So if we scroll out here a little bit, we can take a look and see. We got the Durkee fire, the Cow Valley fire. Yeah, lots happening towards the northwest part of the state. Looks like they have just a whole whole bunch going on. Monkey Creek Fire, Dog Hair Fire, Lone Rock Fire, Cove Fire. They got some fires going on up there, and that's the ones that Miss Bonnie's been helping out with. There's the Cow Valley Fire. They got that one out. That one is. Looks like they might have done a possibly gotten that out. 78% containment. And the Durkee fire is 145,000 acres. Guys, that is just an immense amount of acreage. I you just can't even imagine it until you get out there and see it. So I don't know if those two, if the 145,000 is combined with the Cow Valley fire, or how they figure that. Looks like the two fires have joined, and I believe they call that a complex fire. So, but there you go. That's a little bit. Yeah. So there you go, Miss Bonnie. Yeah, we're seeing everywhere that you're traveling around there, and hopefully you stay safe. Lots of highways traveling through that. So. So far, I have been liking this watch duty. Kind of keep an eye on what is happening and what is going on around not only me, but where I plan on traveling out here in a few weeks, and might possibly change where I plan on how I plan on traveling out of here. So that's a lot of fires, guys. That is a lot of fires. Oof. There you go. Anyway, well, hopefully everybody stays safe out there. That is, that's tough stuff. Stay safe out there, Miss Bonnie. I know you're out there doing it. You haven't been getting a lot of sleep these last few nights, so hopefully you get a little bit. Merged with Durkee Fire yesterday. Yeah. Okay. And I don't know how they count that, if it's 130,000 acres or and it meets another fire, if they combine the acres, and which one gets the acreage on there. Either way, those are some big fires. So what has been going on with you guys out there? It sounds like Dawn has been enjoying Louisiana, and gosh, I'd love to get back there. I'll tell you what, I love that Cajun food, and if I someday get back there, I know I can't spend more than, I don't know how long you're planning on staying there, Don. I was only there for 10 days, and I think I gained 15 pounds, but yeah, I I don't know. Yeah. Well, what has been going on with you guys? I can mention the kind of the projects that I've been doing over the last few days, or last few weeks, really. New lights, marker lights on the coach I've been working on. It's hard to remember them all. I had to fix a problem with the solar. I got that. So I have yet to do, but coming up here this week is a full oil change on the coach, oil change on the generator, and yeah, thinking about taking it to a shop for alignment and possibly lube the chassis, which I haven't done in a couple of years. So last time I did it myself, and I can tell you that I was crawling around on gravel. I don't have an easy way of doing that. So I am thinking I'm thinking this time I'm just gonna pay a shop to get underneath there and grease all the fittings and do that part of it. I'll still do all of my and I always do. I do all of my oil filter changes, oil changes. I've done that ever since I've owned the coach. I've never paid for an oil change, and um, I to me it's simple. To me it's simple. So I leave here for Friday for Texas. And Miss Body says, good thing to check when boondocking and using campgrounds. Yeah, I will say, I wonder if we can pull that back up again. Maybe I closed that. The that is something to note. Miss Body pointed it out. We were talking on the on those fires. There were actually about 4 different fire campgrounds that were lost, completely gone in that falls fire. And this is forested, heavy treed areas. Let me see if I'm just gonna look at the I'll share it with you here. We can look together. Bonnie pointed out that, yeah, there were about 4 or 5 campgrounds that were burned up. Let's see if here we go. Share that with you, and we'll go looking and seeing. Now I don't know if we zoom in enough, if it actually will give the name of those fires. You see the dark red is your fire area. I see Bear Canyon. I wonder if there's a way to show the different campgrounds that are in this, because yeah, let me see if I can take the incident layer off. Can I get that? Maybe not. Maybe not. But if you happen to have been in those campgrounds when those burned up, that would not have been a good place to be. Obviously, I haven't heard of any lives that were lost during the fire. And I just tried the satellite image, but it looks like it's having trouble. So again, slow moving or slow loading. Yeah. I don't see any of the campgrounds listed, and I'm not sure if I can. Yeah. Can't quite. Let's go ahead and pull that up here and see if we can get our information on this. See if they actually say. Oh, yeah, here's his. All right. Evacuation notes, evacuation map link. Includes both counties. Immigrant Creek Campground, Falls Campground, Yellow Jacket Campground, Delimit Lake Campground are all closed. And if we're in the fire has gone through those areas. It will be basically, we won't know what is left of those campgrounds until it opens back up again, or until we're given a report by the Forest Service. From what I understand, they have all been burned out. So Paulina Highway is closed just east of Paulina. Both lanes of traffic on Highway 135 or Highway 395, are open again. Oh, they're open again with flaggers. 395 is right here. That's this highway right here. Looks like they're doing a good job of holding it off, holding the fire back from that, but very close to the highway there. That is about, looking at the scale, about 3 miles away from the highway. So I know 395 was closed. And again, I like the information that this app is giving out, because without it, you wouldn't necessarily know until you were right in the thick of it. So it says, yeah, if fire activity increases, threatens the highway, it will be closed again. So flaggers and pilot cars will be operating 24 hours a day until further notice. So there you go, guys. I tell you, I like that. I like that. So, oh, there's Mr. Gary. So, so yeah, oh, see if we can take, bup, 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 bup. I don't, you know what? Oh, there we go. Let's take that off of there. There we go. Yeah, Miss Bonnie got it right there. Falls Creek Campground, Littman Lake, Yellow Jacket Lake Campground are all impacted. Yeah, no words yet. No words yet on the how badly they've been harmed by the fire. But I can tell you, I looked at a map that does show the campgrounds, and those campgrounds are all in the middle of that fire. So no fear of forest fires here in Michigan. Historic rainfalls recently. Well, doesn't it work out that way? It seems like if it's not on fire, it's getting flooded, and I've heard that about the north. In fact, to a degree, I'm a little bit nervous about that, and I don't know if Watch Duty probably keeps track of that too. I have not used it. So, Gary, you're joining us a little bit late. We're talking about the Watch Duty app. If you don't have it on your phone, it kind of gives you an idea of what is happening around you, and I've been using it for fires. I'm going to go ahead and put the map layer back on rather than the satellite, because it seems like my internet signal is just a little bit short, slow, however you want to say it. But let's see if we can come over here and look at, well, there's Washington. There's the fires going on right now. Idaho. Obviously, mostly fires being covered on this side of holy cow. This is Washington right up here. There's northern Idaho. We get over into Montana. Now, I believe these gray ones are fires that have been put out. But as we move on over here, we'll see if we can't get over to where Gary is, work our way over. And it's gone gray here. So I don't know if they give flood watches or not. That's interesting. Yeah, we've got Wyoming, Colorado, Utah. And I'm not showing any warnings over here. So maybe this doesn't cover flood warnings and flood watches. Or maybe I just have it on a wrong setting or something. And I don't know how you'd change that. Well, we tried, Gary. We tried. And I can't seem to scroll out any farther than that. get down here in Louisiana. There's a small fire in Texas. That looks like to be around, I don't know, what's that, Fort Worth, Galveston? Reservoir fire. Just one. That's not bad. Got a couple of small fires. Looks like they've been put out. But then you get over here and it's just the nature of the beast. Boy, look at Arizona. Arizona is just on fire. Don, you may want to hold up. you, 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 you may want to hold up. I think Dave would agree. But Dave, I think Dave agrees. Now I don't know what Nevada is doing. Either that, there's nothing going on in Nevada. That looks to be a sheep fire, 0.1 acres in Clark County, just outside of our Area 51. Let's see, where is it? Is that close to Area 51? I don't see our road. There's Coyote Springs. Well, I don't see 375. Where's Highway 375 here? It's supposed to be right here. They have taken it off the map. Maybe it doesn't. They have removed all of that part of Nevada. I don't know. I don't know. There's Indian Springs right there. There's supposed to be a highway going through here, guys. I know because I've been on it many times, and it appears to be gone. Oh, sure, they show us Area 25, but they don't show us. Oh, there's 375. There we go. Oh, and look at that. Look at that. KXTA. They actually are listing an airport there at Area 51. So I was zoomed too far in. So Nevada's doing pretty good. I would say Arizona and Oregon are got the most fires going on. So there you go. Anyway, what is it we got? UFO crashed here. Wait a minute. What? Wait, you guys are check the Miss Carol and Gary are in the house. No forest fires here in Michigan. Yeah. What? We're underwater, Gary says. I don't think it covers flood in the east too, but we're underwater right now, so it doesn't. You'd think that maybe there's something that covers tornadoes and floods. This would kind of fit that bill, but I don't know. So fire there caused the only one fire in Nevada and is caused by a crashed UFO. That would be, yeah, there you go. British Columbia and Alberta are on fire. Well, let's go up to Canada and see what's happening. What's happening in Canada there? They don't show. Well, maybe they do. Maybe not. No, it's not looking like it. They don't cover Canada, Gary. I'm sorry. I didn't make the app, so but you're covered if you come down to the United States, where apparently Canada is not on fire and the United States is on fire. So there you go. Okay. Yeah. I had a great week with Lenny and Angela at Thousand Trails Lake St. Clair. That's awesome. That is awesome. Boy, I'll tell you what, Lenny and Angela get around, man. They travel. Time to go back to Canada tomorrow. When do I leave and head east? I am tentatively planning on leaving at the beginning of next month. I have reason to think that maybe I'll hold off for at least a week or two into August, but I have right now a Thousand Trails scheduled for Washington, and that will be kind of my second stop. I plan on going through Burns and visiting Miss Bonnie out there in Burns, hopefully if she's not on fire duty. And if the highways aren't on fire, I'll be heading north out of there and heading for Washington. From there, I'll be heading across to northern Idaho, Montana, North Dakota, South Dakota, all states that I have not seen yet. So I'm looking forward to get there. So my neighbors got Gary. My neighbors got stuck next to me in St. Clair. TT would not help them. That's I'm sure there's a story there, Don. You would help. So you would help. I can say Texas was that way. All of their spots were on grass. And that grass is nice and firm until it gets about a week's worth of rain. So, and even when you have, I literally had the Thousand Trails gal that was showing me where to park. And I said, I'm going to get out and just walk that real quick. And I could feel it was soft underneath my feet. And I thought, you know what? I am going to back this 30,000 pounds worth of coach onto that, and I'm going to sink like a rock. So I did not, and managed to find a better spot that had some gravel rock. But we have an awesome site, no trees, satellite TV and Starlink are perfect. Awesome. Oh yeah, I have heard this. So if you get stuck at 1,000 trails, I'm almost wondering if it's a policy of Thousand Trails. They do not help you get out. So and what's more is they're likely to get mad at you for messing up their grass. So you gotta be careful there. Lenny and Angela, no, what? Not so good. Buried in the woods. Did we lose Lenny and Angela? What am I missing here? Well, hopefully Lenny and Angela are okay. That is life with Lenny there, and hopefully they're not. Gary, you didn't leave them out in the woods, buried out in the woods, right? This has like horror movie written all over it. So hopefully they're okay. I paused my Starlink. Wish I had done it about 9 months ago. Yeah, there are. I have a lot of people that swear by the Starlink, and I think you have gotten lucky with that T-Mobile, Don. T-Mobile does have a good home internet plan that I think Don's had pretty good luck with. So I'm going to go ahead and take this watch duty wildfire map off. There we go. There we go. But yeah, so far I was gonna tell you, I was gonna pull it up on the phone. It looks pretty good on the phone too. They do give notifications for events around you. Let's see if I can pull this up. There we go. And at least immediately around me, I can pull it up and I can see basically everything that I saw on the browser version. The Jack Pine fire, which I'd have to say that's about 10-15 miles away from me. It's not a threat to me, but my that is that one right there, Dave. Do you see there? See? Yeah, okay. Bup, 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 bup. There you go. Oh, well, okay. Wait a minute. There we go. And yeah, so far I'm liking it. I'm liking it. They do update it, and there are photos. You can user submitted photos of the area when something is going on, and you can click on those. None are showing up right now on the app, but when they are, pretty good, spectacular photos there submitted by users. So I like that. Lenny and Angela are fine. Their site has lots of trees, uneven site, no Starlink, but 3 bars, 5G. Okay, all right, that works. So they're not buried in the woods. They're not. Use cell phone in 3 months. You haven't been able to use your cell phone in 3 months, Gary? What is up with that? What is up with that? Only calls over Wi-Fi through Starlink would work. We do camp in secluded sites in Canada, though, and that's why. Okay, yeah. Well, that the only place that I can think of is Area 51 when I get down there, and the only time that I've ever had signal was Starlink. So I'm kind of half curious. Don, if we went to Area 51 now, do you think that the T-Mobile internet would work there? I'd be curious. I'd be curious. Yeah, just a shout out to Lenny and Angela. Hopefully you guys are fine. And Gary is telling us you're buried. There you go. You're buried. You're buried in the woods. That sounds so bad, Gary. Don says no way, Dave. Yeah. Well, I tell you what, it was pretty awesome to have signal there with Starlink, and we can say without a doubt Starlink does work in and around Area 51. If you're down by the Little Alien, that they typically have Verizon that works out there, but that's about the only thing that works out there. So that's about 25 miles away on down the road from where we normally stay. They're sleeping now. Lenny has been missing his naps. Boy, you're just giving it all up for Lenny. I hope Lenny doesn't have any secrets he's shared with you. He's in trouble. Still have Starlink, but not really used it for the last 9 months. No, you've been using that T-Mobile. That is awesome. They were threatening there for a little bit to raise that price up. What have you heard about that, Don? Hopefully they talked about raising it up from $50 a month to $150 or $160, as I recall. It was actually a little more expensive than even Starlink, and that is just for the travelers, the nomadics out there. Lenny is not that old. Wow, you guys are just throwing Lenny under the bus here. Why a nap? Well, you know what? Naps are a thing. All right. We we took them when we were 6, and we can take them when we're 60, Don. Naps are a thing. Oh, wait until you see in the bouncy park. All right. And Don thinks that's still coming. Next week is open mic night, and would love to hear from you guys. Gary, we were talking earlier about fantasy football, and I mentioned that hopefully you're going to be back. But next week is open mic night, and look forward to having have you guys on and just see how things are going there. So all right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to wrap this one up early. Yes, I know it's early, Gary. I know. But Dave and I, we've got dinner to get to. We need to get to dinner. So my name this year for fantasy football will be league champion. You can do that, Gary. You can absolutely do that. So there you go. You know, if you have nothing, it's bragging rights from the previous year. So you get to claim that. So good on you. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this one up a little early. We're about 7 minutes out, but we will see everybody next week. Open mic night, and hopefully we can get Gary and Don back on here, and anybody else that wants to come join us. There's been a few names I haven't seen around. It'd be good to catch up. If you want to come on open mic nights, all you do is click on the link. It will take you through to my green room right here, and we'll bring you up. So it's always good catching up with you guys. I am getting ready for more projects this week. Wish me luck, guys, and we will see you guys next week. We're gonna give Gary the last word of the night right there. Good to see you. Good to see you as well, Gary. Hope you guys are all well. Take care. Live life full time. We'll see you guys. Say, hey, Dave. Say good night. Oh, he shut off my camera. Oh.